So our objective is become familiar with the characteristics of a mineral and then relate self-arrangement to mineral characteristics. You can take notes however you want. You can do them electronically. You can do them in your notebook. The first thing we're going to talk about is the 5 characteristics of minerals. So the first characteristic is that it is naturally occurring. What does that mean? Yeah.
Nobody has to make it.
Nobody has to make it. It's not man-made. Do you believe that these things are all naturally occurring?
Yeah.
They're pretty sick, huh? Yeah. This is due to self-arrangement, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. So anything that's natural or not man-made would fall into naturally occurring. Our second one is inorganic. If you were to buy organic produce, what does that mean? It grew in the ground. So inorganic means that it never grew. So up here I have a bunch of different pictures. Some of these things are organic and some of these things are inorganic. With your elbow, friend, talk about, organize these into which ones are going to be organic and which ones are inorganic. So inorganic means it never came from anything that was alive. So what's in this rock?
Oh, snails.
Shells, snails. So is that inorganic? Did it ever have living stuff in it?
Yes.
Yes, so it's not inorganic. So this could not be a mineral. How about coal? Where does coal come from?
Diamonds.
What?
Diamonds come from coal.
Diamonds? Diamonds come from coal. Coal comes from
The ground.
the ground, from
Mines.
mines, from...
Tom?
Oh, I heard somebody say it.
It's a fossil fuel.
It's a fossil fuel. So is coal inorganic? Was coal ever living?
Yes.
Yes, if it came from fossils. It used to be ancient dead dinosaurs, so coal does not fit. So the only actually inorganic things on here are this ring and this rock formation, maybe, like if there's no fossils in it, and the bolts. The next characteristic is that it's a solid. All minerals have a specific crystal shape, and it's because they self-arrange. So inside minerals, there's atoms, and the atoms arrange in a certain way, and it will give them all a shape. If I have, like this is a mineral, this amethyst thing, does it look exactly like one of those crystal shapes, the whole thing? No. So we're talking crystal shape microscopically. If we got a super high-powered magnifying glass microscope and looked under there. And the last characteristic of mineral is consistent chemical composition. All this means is that the elements are always the same no matter what. If you have a sample of gold, it's always going to be the same element of gold inside gold. If you get a sample of quartz, it's always going to be made up of 1 silicon and 2 oxygen. Every mineral has its own specific chemical composition. Questions about 5 characteristics of chemical or mineral?